Hi, Stephen here from Ocean Wave, and this is day 4 of the January daily draws. So as we close out the weekend and approach a new week, let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Linestrider Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. So let's choose our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. We have the Four of Wands. So this is all about celebration, marking and commemorating and rejoicing in what we've accomplished so far. It also could mean that we're it's a kind of celebration, so it could be a gathering. We could be having a party or going to a party or some other social event where there's a celebratory sort of element to it. But at the very least, we're celebrating our achievements, our goals, or the foundation that we're laying. We acknowledging the progress that we've made so far. And we can say that we're on the way, we're on the pathway, and this is a point at which to celebrate, to mark the occasion. We've recently had celebrations of the holiday season, with Christmas and then New Year, marking the ending of one year, the beginning of another. It's important to celebrate these milestones that we reach. So if we consider we're nearing or at a milestone, celebrate it, acknowledge it. And it may not be a huge milestone, and you may think it's so insignificant that it's not worth celebrating. You don't have to, literally set off fireworks and etc. for it, but even if only within yourself you celebrate, or with someone else that you gather those that are perhaps or to share in the benefits of what you've achieved, and you could celebrate together. It's important to mark those occasions and see the significance of them. If you're reaching a kind of more stable situation, that's worth celebrating. There may still be a lot yet to do. When you establish a foundation, you still got to build the rest of the building. But, it is a remarkable achievement. It is a time when the foundation's completed, that often that in itself is celebrated by those who are building, because that's the most important thing, and that's the key thing. Because if you get that wrong, whatever you do from that point on is not going to be stable enough. It's not going to be able to withstand what it needs to withstand, because the foundation isn't right. So if you spent time building the foundation, that's work, and you end up building a really solid foundation on which to build, then that is cause for celebration. Yes, there's a lot more work to be done. There's a lot more things to be achieved if your ultimate goal is to be fulfilled. But at this stage, you may be at the point where you can say, well, this is the first steps towards that, and you can rejoice in that and celebrate that. And it's important that you understand the significance of even completing the early steps and how you've done it, and you've taken care, you've not rushed it. assuming that that's the case, of course. And it's important that we don't rush those first steps, and we take the care that we need. But and when we have, and having done that, we can celebrate the fact that we've done that, and we've got something really good to build upon. And what we've achieved so far is worthy of that commemoration of success and achievement. And it's part of injecting the bit of fun and joy into our creative process. We don't have to wait right until the end. I mean, yes, when we've achieved our ultimate goal that we're setting our sights on, then of course that's going to be for a major celebration for us. But it doesn't mean we can't have other ones along the way, because that's what puts the joy and the fun into our creative process. And that's what the Four of Wands here is saying to us. Okay, let's see which Oracle card we get to go with that. Metamorphosis. Any change starts with laying the foundation for change. Any metamorphosis or transformation in our lives starts with that early stage on which to build that, so that it's lasting change, so that it's built, that change that we make is built on a solid base. And that's the importance of the Four of Wands here. So whatever changes we're making, let it be towards that more solid foundation. And as we change, and it may be changes within ourselves, we may be the ones that have to go through that transformation process to put a foundation within ourselves for the inner growth that we are to achieve. So in all these cases, don't despise small beginnings, but celebrate them. Celebrate those early stages of success and change, because they're the foundation of which future success will be built. And as I said, it's time to put back the joy, the celebration, into our creative process, because it can be hard work, and sometimes it can seem like a never-ending journey of work and creativity. But as we progress through it, keeping those moments of fun and celebration will keep us motivated, will lift our spirits when necessary, so that we see things through to the end. And that, I believe, is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 5. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.